Many try to evaluate the benefits of the use of floor alerts in the California Legislature. And as part of lobbying efforts in the Assembly and Senate, when a bill reaches the floor of either house, most lobbyists and lobbying organizations utilize floor alerts for distribution to legislative offices. And we all try to determine whether it's helpful or useful. I think it generally depends on the particular time of year in the legislative session, whether floor alerts may be helpful or useful for legislators and their staff. In other words, from my perspective, the more bills that are being considered on the floors of the Assembly and Senate, which also means an increased volume of floor alerts, the harder it is for your floor alert to be of greater value. Now, those who walk the halls of the Capitol or currently the swing space during the busy times of the legislative session, you may have seen some of the inboxes of different legislative offices over the years, particularly the House of Origin deadline and the last week of the legislative session. And there can literally be hundreds of pieces of paper stuffed into those inboxes. And at some point, there's simply no way for legislators and their staff to read and digest all of those pieces of paper. Nonetheless, when you're putting together a floor alert, some suggestions might include being brief and concise. Definitely need to keep a floor alert to one page. Clearly state your position at the top of the floor alert and even at the bottom, and make sure to include the key information, the bill number, the author, the file item in the daily file, and a brief subject of the bill. I don't think you should include other materials, other handouts, other attachments, perhaps if it's requested, or if you're meeting one-on-one with a legislator or staffer, you can provide it. I think using short sentences, shorter than normal, maybe even bullet points is most helpful at that point. And if you have a particular connection, such as you're a constituent or you have a facility or employees in the legislative district, to highlight that in your floor alert.